If you want to start selling digital products, the biggest mistake is trying to build something huge before you know what people actually want. Most beginners waste time making giant courses, complicated memberships, or fancy bundles that nobody asked for. So in this video, I am going to walk you through 3 digital products you can realistically build this weekend, explain who each one is for, and show you how to keep the first version simple enough that you can actually launch instead of staying stuck in planning mode. Before we get into the 3 products, here is the mindset I want you to keep. Your first digital product should deliver a small win, not a complete transformation. That means one audience, one problem, and one quick outcome. When beginners think too big, they build products that are hard to explain, hard to finish, and hard to sell. When you think smaller, everything gets easier. The product is easier to make, the title is easier to write, the sales message is easier to understand, and the buyer feels like they know exactly what they are getting. Digital product number 1 is Canva template packs. This is one of the easiest places to start because the product is simple, visual, and easy for buyers to understand. You are not selling abstract knowledge. You are selling something they can open, edit, and use right away. That could be Instagram templates for real estate agents, menu templates for restaurants, flyers for local events, beauty price lists, coaching workbook pages, or clean resume packs for job seekers. The reason this works is because people want speed. They do not want to start from a blank page every time they need something. The smartest way to make template packs sell is by choosing one type of buyer and focusing on the assets they repeatedly need. If you make generic templates for everybody, your listing will feel weak. But if you make branded Instagram posts for hairstylists, church event templates, restaurant promo flyers, or apartment leasing graphics, the product becomes much easier to understand. Keep the pack focused, keep the style clean, and make sure the buyer can imagine using it immediately. Your product page should make the saved time obvious. That is what people are really paying for. Digital product number 2 is planners and trackers. These work well because people are always trying to organize something. They want to track expenses, map out content, plan meals, manage habits, organize clients, or stay consistent with a goal. That means you can build simple products like budget spreadsheets, content calendars, meal planners, client trackers, or Notion dashboards. The important part is not packing in every feature. The important part is making the system simple enough that a beginner can start using it without watching a 1-hour tutorial just to figure out where to click. A lot of planners fail because the creator confuses more features with more value. But most buyers do not want complexity. They want clarity. So if you make a planner or tracker, keep the layout simple, label things clearly, and include a short instruction page so the buyer knows exactly how to use it. For example, if you are making a budget tracker, make it fast to enter spending and fast to see totals. If you are making a content planner, help people move from idea to posting schedule without extra clutter. Usability is what creates repeat customers. Digital product number 3 is mini guides and checklists. This is a great option if you explain things clearly and you like writing more than designing. A mini guide is not a giant ebook. It is a short practical resource that helps somebody get from confused to moving. That could be a beginner checklist for starting a podcast, a guide to setting up a beauty business intake form, a moving checklist, a freelance client onboarding guide, or a short pack of scripts and steps for a specific task. The best part is that these are often faster to create than people think if the topic is narrow enough. The reason people buy small guides is not because they want a lot of pages. They buy because they want the path to feel clearer. That means your guide should focus on one narrow result, move in a clear order, and include examples or templates wherever possible. If the guide is about getting your first freelance client, include a message example. If it is about setting up a vendor booth, include a checklist. If it is about launching a digital product, include the launch sequence. Practical detail makes a small guide feel much more valuable than vague motivation ever will. Here is the easiest way to choose. If you like visuals and branding, template packs are probably your best starting point. If you enjoy organizing things and making systems feel cleaner, planners and trackers make more sense. And if you are better at explaining steps, mini guides and checklists are a strong fit. The goal is not choosing the product that sounds the most impressive. The goal is choosing the one you can actually finish quickly, improve over time, and make again in slightly different versions. That is how a product line starts growing. When it comes to selling your first digital product, do not overcomplicate the platform. You can start on a marketplace where people are already searching, or use a simple checkout tool if you are driving your own traffic through content. The bigger point is that your first version should go live somewhere people can actually buy it. Too many beginners spend weeks building branding, perfect packaging, and extra bonuses before they even know whether the product concept is strong. Launch first, then improve the title, preview images, instructions, and price based on real reactions. For your first version, I usually recommend keeping the price simple. Do not try to force premium pricing before you have proof that the offer is working. The first goal is momentum. A small clean product with a clear use case can be priced in a way that feels easy to say yes to. Then once you start getting downloads, feedback, and maybe a few reviews, you can improve the product and raise the price. You can also create bundles later, but the beginner mistake is waiting to be perfect before asking for the first sale. If you want to do this weekend, here is the plan I would follow. On day 1, choose one product type and one audience. Then create the first usable version without trying to make it perfect. On day 2, clean up the instructions, export the files, make clear preview images, write a title and short description, and get the product listed. That is enough. You do not need a month of preparation. You need a small deadline and a willingness to ship version 1. The product will get better after launch, not before it. A lot of people think they need a large audience before they can sell digital products, but that is not always true. What you do need is product clarity. Look at the types of problems people repeat in your niche. Look at the kind of previews that make a product feel easy to understand. Notice what questions buyers ask. And if you already create content, use short videos or posts to show the product in action. Validation is usually less about getting applause and more about seeing whether people understand the value quickly enough to care. Here are the mistakes I would avoid. Do not make the product too broad. Do not try to serve everyone. Do not hide the real value behind vague wording. Do not pack the product with extra pages, tabs, or files just to make it feel bigger. And do not ignore the preview images, because people often decide whether to click based on those alone. Keep the product tight, the audience clear, and the promise simple. That combination usually beats a bigger product that feels messy or generic. So those are 3 digital products you can realistically sell this weekend. If you want my honest advice, pick the one that matches your strengths, build the smallest useful version, and get it listed before the weekend ends. That single launch will teach you more than 10 hours of watching content ever will. And if you want the next video, comment which product you want broken down step by step, because I can turn any one of these into a full beginner build plan.